Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to Molly Bully's Kennels. Uh, I'm just here in lunch again, wanting to do another quick video. Um, and we're gonna stick to tackling one subject at a time. Now, in this video, we're gonna talk about the basic things that you need to whelp puppies. The essentials. And just a quick disclaimer: please do your research. Do your research. This is just what I think is essential to have when you whelp a litter. So let's start from the top. So before you whelp a litter, you always want to be prepared. I think preparation is key. I think preparation is important in all aspects of life, not just in whelping puppies. So even before you breed your female or at the time of breeding, I think you should prepare yourself. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to buy all these things, but make a list of them. And then once you confirm your female and she is in fact pregnant, you can buy them. That's how I see it. So let's start at the top. The first thing that you will need is goat's milk, or Espalac. Now, I think this is very important because if your female does not produce enough milk or isn't producing milk at all, you want to have goat's milk or Espalac, available for you to use. Now, obviously, with milk, with goat's milk, you're going to need a form of feeding the pups. So there's three options here that you can choose from. The first two may not work, so you can go with the third one. So the first option is a bottle. Get you a bottle, an infant bottle, anywhere from 0 to 3 months, with the regular silicone nipple. And you can bottle feed your puppies, and if that doesn't work, you can go with option number 2, which is I don't know exactly what they're called, but it's those fake nipples, the ones that emulate like if it was coming from a real mom. And I believe they have like 4 or 5 nipples attached to them. I don't know what material they're made from, but they're kind of like rubber, I think. You can use that to emulate the mom's nipples, and maybe that might help better than a bottle. Because sometimes, not in all cases, your puppies are going to accept milk from a bottle. So you can use that instead. Now, the first two options, if they don't work for you, you can go with the last one, which is tube feeding. If the mom's not producing milk, not enough milk, you can always tube feed. For this, you're gonna need I think it's important to have a tube feeding kit, because in any case of, you can tube feed the puppies, and they can, that way they can receive their milk supply. Okay. Now, what else are you going to need? Well, you're going to need a thermometer. I think a thermometer is very important and is key in any situation when having to do with dogs, because a thermometer can diagnose if there's trouble. Not just on the mama's end, but also on the puppies. You can use it on the puppies. Now, next on the list is also get you a nasal aspirator. I believe that's what they're called, like a bulb, like what infants use. And the reason for this is because sometimes, when the puppies are drinking their milk from mom, they can start drinking too much milk or too quickly, and the milk can come out of their nose, or their kid gasp for air, whatever the case may be. You can use a nasal aspirator to kind of suck whatever they have in their system, may it be fluid or mucus. I think it really comes in handy. So now that we talked about goat's milk, a form of feeding it, a thermometer or nasal aspirator, another thing that you want to have is obviously a whelping box, a whelping area. Now, I think this is important because, first of all, to whelp the puppies, and second of all, you want it to feel as comfortable as it possibly can be for the mama. And usually, what has worked for me is getting the mama used to it 24 to 72 hours before she gives birth. You want to have her in that whelping area. You want her to get comfortable with that area, and you want her to get used to that area, because she's going to be there for the next, I would say, 4 to 6 weeks, maybe more, with her puppies. So you want her to get really used to that area. Another thing that is important to have is a puppy scale, excuse me. Now, I don't think this is necessary, but if you're doing this a lot, then yes, I think you should get it, because a puppy scale, is going to let you know if your puppy is gaining weight, is going to let you know if your puppy is progressing. I personally haven't used one. In my opinion, I think if the puppies are eating like they should and in a timely manner, and are eating enough, I think they'll gain weight just fine. This is just what I think. I never used a puppy scale, and I never had a reason to use one. But this is also something you can add to your list if you think, if you want to keep up with their weight. I definitely think you should get a puppy scale. Now, if you help the mom, let's say you help the mom deliver at home and you don't make it to a vet, what things do you need? Well, you need Vaseline to help with the lubrication. You're going to need dental floss to tie off the umbilical cord, sterilized scissors to cut the umbilical cord, iodine, or I think you can use water peroxide if you can't get a hold of iodine. Now, the iodine is used to prevent infection and to help healing. So the iodine, you can apply it to the umbilical cord to help start healing. You can also use iodine whenever your pup gets a wound, a small wound, a cut, or anything like that. It'll help to prevent infection and to start healing. Another thing is Pedialyte, unflavored Pedialyte. Puppies can dehydrate, and when they suffer from dehydration, you want to have Pedialyte on deck. Pedialyte to help with hydration. Another thing you want to have available is obviously towels, baby wipes, pads. You want to have a heat source. A heat source, it may be a heat lamp or a heating pad. I think it's very important to have a portable incubator as well. You want to have a portable incubator. I personally think it's very important to keep those puppies warm. Now, I only use my portable incubator to transport the puppies from the vet to my house, or to my house to the vet if that's the case. That's the only reasons that I have an incubator, and I think it really comes in handy because it'll keep those puppies warm. I mean, puppies, they can't regulate their body for the first, I would say, 2 weeks, and if they get cold in the slightest way, I mean, that could really cause problems, for the puppy and for you. Obviously, no one wants to lose a puppy, so I really recommend getting a portable incubator. Now, when it comes to a stationary incubator, like an incubator that you're going to have in your house, that's going to be stable, that's always going to be there, do you need one? Well, to answer your question, I'm just going to put it like this. I've never used one, but I have lost puppies in the past, unfortunately. Why? I don't know. It's a multitude of reasons why I could have lost them. Do I think having like a stationary incubator would have helped them? Yes, I think it would have helped them tremendously. Could it have saved them? Probably. So if that answers your question, or hopefully that answers your question, then you can just go off of that. What else are you going to need? Well, we just talked about the basic essential things that you're going to need. I mean, like I said, do your research. I mean, don't just take my word for it. That's just a list of things that I think are basic, that I think will help you whelp puppies for the first 2 weeks. I know there's a lot more to add to the list, but that's just some things, that comes to mind if you're whelping puppies, in my opinion. Something that you can use that also may help tremendously is an oxygen concentrator. I mean, if you plan on doing this a lot, get you an oxygen concentrator, and it'll help with the puppies, when they're gasping for air or when they're having a hard time breathing. Oxygen concentrator. I mean, I know that gets the job done, and if you're doing a lot, I recommend that you get one of these oxygen concentrators. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's my list of the things I would get, if I was whelping puppies. Please like and subscribe if you like this material, and if you think it's helpful in any way. Like and subscribe, and y'all stay tuned for more content coming. The next episode is we're going to talk about what you can feed your female when she's pregnant to help her develop those puppies in the best way that she can. What natural food we can give her to help with the sustain and with the pregnancy. So y'all stay tuned. See y'all later.